So this, oh, you really, for God's sake, stop opening business just because you think it looks fun or it's fun to people call you a business owner. Uh, I cannot afford to hear another restaurant closing again. Guys, what you see is not the reality. It's a lot of people, they make it look too easy. And when you have no knowledge of what you're doing, you're setting up yourself for failure. Like I just wouldn't pass 2 weeks last week. I heard two of my close friends, they're thinking about shutting down their business because it's too much. Uh, it's not because I'm a good cook, I'm gonna open a restaurant. That's not how it works. You are a business owner, you're not a cook anymore. As soon as you open that business, that's it. You're not a chef anymore. You're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur. So you have to have knowledge of all your surroundings. You're not just in the kitchen. You have to be the marketing guy, you have to be the HR for a little bit, you have to be the salesman, you have to be the accountant for a while. You have to have knowledge of all the aspect of business, not just the cooking part of it or whatever you're good at. Or you're electrician, you open your own business and that's it. You only work as the electrician part of it. Oh, another thing, I'm gonna talk based on the food business, and I see this a lot, guys. Food truck, especially like the problem that I see, it's people they see you serving from the window and collecting the money. That is the only picture they have about the food truck or the restaurant. They see you parked, and if it's a busy day, people lining up on your window, and they think life is beautiful. I tell people so many times, 2 hours of work it turned into 10 12 hours work, and it depends how busy it is. It might take like two three four five people to do the prep for those 2 hours. So do not let the sales fool you in that particular moment. So you have to be aware of everything. Another thing, now the food trucks are more popular than ever before. And the problem is a lot of people, they want to start a food truck by excitement. They think, oh, it's just like another thing I'm gonna do. It costs a lot of money. Like average food truck, I'm talking in Iowa, we're in the Midwest. It's not something fancy. The average to start, we're talking like 60, $80,000, guys. It's not cheap. A lot of people, they think of food truck, they think, oh yeah, maybe like 5K I can start food truck. You cannot. So when you start investing that kind of money, you cannot afford to lose your business within 1 year or 2 years. That's a lot of money, guys, like to comprehend. Uh, I tell this to everybody. You want to start a food truck? Go approach the food truck community. Ask somebody to work for them just to see if that's for you or not. A lot of food truckers, if they're seasoned enough and they've been in the game long enough, they will try to help you. Yes, some of them, they will not try to help you. They're going to think of you as you are their competition, or you're going to steal clients from them, customers. That is garbage. Go to the people that they are willing to help you. If somebody didn't help me, I wouldn't be with what I'm at right now. So I have that due diligence I have to do to the next person. I have to help the next person to go. I cannot let it stay in my court. Also, if you truly want to learn, take the time, do so. Now the internet, you got everything on the internet, but also take the time and go offer to give free services, like offer to literally work for free. Go to somebody, be like, I'm gonna trade my time for your knowledge. I want to work with you for a couple of months for free at no charge. I just, in return, I want to learn the ins and outs of the business. You know, most of people make it clear. I'm not, for example, I sell euros. Come to me, but I'm not selling euros. I'm gonna sell, for example, burgers. I'm gonna sell something different. But I just want to learn the in and out, the driving, the parking, the permits, the how to get the events, how to communicate with customers, how busy the system, how it works. So when you are in the food truck, it's not like You are at the restaurant taking your sweet time. The food truck is fast paced. When you have like 50 people on the line, for example, or 20 people on the line, and those people they only have 15-minute break or 30-minute break. They don't want to wait. If they want to wait, they would have went to a restaurant. The food truck is automatically it's fast paced, fast service. So I want in and out. So keep that in mind. Go offer to work for free. Your time for the knowledge. That's the trade. If somebody is well seasoned enough, they will take you up on it. They want to help you. Some people, don't get me wrong, they will not try to do that. They're gonna look at you as you are crazy. But that's something if you really truly want to do it. And when you do it, it's only gonna be as good as hard as good as how much on how hard you want to work in the business. You cannot be like being lazy and expect the business to be like flourishing and nice. So that's not how it works. It's only as hard as you want to work, and that's how good your business will be. Another thing that I see a lot now, let's say you have your food truck, and the food truck business is excellent. Now you start looking around and you say, oh, well, O is doing a restaurant and the food truck. Oh, John is doing a restaurant and the food truck. And Michael is doing food truck and restaurant. From the outside, again, it looks perfectly fine, easy. I'm driving my truck, I'm parking, I'm going to the restaurant, or anybody else doing it. That might not be for you again. It depends. How hard are you willing to work? Uh, to do that, you have to have systems in hand. You cannot be in two places at one time. So you have to have systems in hand, and you have to be to have really good people to rely on too. So those are two big factors that play if you want to play the food truck and the restaurant in the same time. What happened? A lot of people again they go by emotions. They see other people doing it. They don't do their homework. They don't study it, and they jump right at it. Now, if we say the initial investment in the food truck, the average in the Midwest is $60,000, $80,000. If you go to the East Coast or West Coast, we're talking like over 100,000 or 150,000 to get a nice truck. So now we're talking restaurant business. Average restaurant in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, you're talking between $250,000 to $500,000 initial investment. That is not cheap, guys. That is not cheap. And do you know how many restaurants close every week? That is mind blowing. Why? Because emotions again. Oh, so and so is having a restaurant. It must be nice, but they don't see what's the inside of the restaurant. If you have your food truck business and it's going well, that's what you want to be. If the restaurant, you will not be rich out of one restaurant. The goal when you want to jump in the restaurant business, the goal is to have multiple. Because at the end of the day, mom and pops restaurants, you'll be lucky if you get 5% profit at the end of the year. That's it. If you have systems and everything, you're talking maybe like 7 to 8%. Think about it. You're making $1 million in sales. You're only keeping 5% of that at the end of the year. And pray to God, nothing breaks, nothing goes wrong, and everything stays stable. Like now, for example, tomatoes last week or like 3 weeks ago, I was paying $19 per case of 20 pounds. Now we're paying almost $65 per case. Same freaking case, same 20 pounds. Now my tomatoes are more expensive than my meat. Onions, same way. Pita bread, same way. Now you turn around, your insurance goes up. You're paying for insurance. As soon as you have one claim, it shoots up by like 15% a year in 3 years. It's almost like they put in you on probation for 3 years. It keeps raising it up. Energy, like last year, it went up by 12%. Uh, everything. So at the end of the year, maybe if you're lucky, you stay with 5% profit. 5% profit, it's not a lot, guys. You have to be making a lot of sales. Again, if you're gonna jump in the restaurant business, you have to have a goal and the mindset that one restaurant is not gonna make you rich. Unless if you want a job, you don't want to have a boss, you want to have your own job, You come in, you open, and you leave, and that's what you want. That's a different story. So, but then you buy yourself a job. But the end goal should be having multiple. That's how you start flourishing and making money. One restaurant is not enough. Uh, but again, food truck. You want your freedom. You want to open the food truck. You have to do your due diligence. Go work for somebody. Trade your time for knowledge. Don't trade your time for money. Because a lot of people, that's gonna be like kind of like shady. Oh, I'm gonna go. You're almost trying to steal. You have to be upfront from the beginning. Just be upfront. Be like, hey guys, I would like to work for you. I want to open a food truck. I would like. I did some research and I found you. You are the best at what you're doing. To be clear, I will not open a similar business to yours, but I just want the concept of the food truck. I want to see what it feels to work the food truck. I want to see the hours. I want to see the struggle. I want to see the ins. I want to see the outs. Do 2 or 3 months. And at the beginning, you have to sacrifice your time. You have to. You cannot just jump from 9 to 5 job to you drop your job off and then you want to open a food truck and you expect the food truck to carry you over. There is a transition window. When you open your business, nobody know who you are. So there is a transition window. You have to keep your main job, making your money, and then when your side hustle, which is the food truck, start making equivalent to what your main job is making you, that's when you drop your main job. So I was doing that for 7 years until my little cart start making me more than what my main job was making me a year. And also, insurance is very expensive. So you want your spouse or somebody else to carry the insurance for you. God's sake, you go to the hospital, your life savings is gone. So you have to play the game. One is doing W2, the other one is doing the business or 1099. So, period. And then when you go to the food truck, you learn, give that 2 or 3 months of your life, learn it. And that's going to be very crucial. It's either going to be for you or you're going to be like, oh, shoot, this is harder than I thought it would be. So, and you're out. So that way you don't put that initial $80,000 or $100,000 in the business and then 1 year you lose it. You can go start something different. I don't know, e-commerce, online, whatever. And also from the transition from the food truck to a restaurant, please guys, please ask questions. Go to your friends that you know that they are having successful, they had successful transition and they're doing both, and talk to them. Ask as many questions. A lot of people are willing to help. Yes, it's time consuming, but do not think about you're bothering. Oh, I'm gonna bother him. If I call him right now, he's not gonna answer. Just be upfront. Be like, hey man, always praise the person that you are going to ask. Hey man, hey, for example, oh, I don't want to name my name. Hey, John, you have a very successful business. I admire what you do, and you are like one of the role models that I look in front of me, and I would truly love to sit down and talk to you. I only need 5 to 10 minutes from your time. When John see you that you're eager and you're hungry and you're not wasting his time, I guarantee you he'll be more than willing to help you. If he says that you're just wasting his time, the first initial meeting, and then he's not gonna help you. So you go and you praise the guy, and then you ask questions. Ask every single question because you are going to a new adventure. You don't know what you're going into. So the restaurant business is very different than food truck business. Food truck business, you have like 1, 2 employees maybe. The cost is very low. You're making money more than what you're going to be making at the restaurant. You can go to any lunch, serve 100, 150, 200, 300 people in 2 hour gap or 3 hour gap. You know how long it takes you to serve 100 people at the restaurant? It takes freaking long time. Sometimes it takes the whole day to serve 100 people. Meanwhile, you can go to any food truck event. If you play the game right, you can serve them in 2 hours. So keep that in mind. Do not compare your food truck to your restaurant. And then you go and you ask the people that they are doing both. Do not ask a person that is not doing both. Yeah, you want to ask, but ask questions how to be successful Ask about the mistake that they've done so it doesn't cost you money. Ask about the failures. Ask about the struggles. Ask about a lot of things. Because from the outside, it looks really, really nice, fancy. You come into brick and mortar, and for God's sake, you come in, and there is maybe 20 people in the restaurant, and that's the only thing that you've come to my restaurant for like maybe like 2 months, and that's the only impression you have. Oh my God, oh, it's busy all the time, you know. But they don't say they don't see the hood broke, insurance went up, food costs went up, labor went up, gas went up. They don't see those. They only see, oh, he have it's busy. So you have to sit down with somebody, and most of the people would they want to help you. I'm talking based on myself, and I guarantee you a lot of people that come through my life helped me. Some people I know, some people we become friends, some people I've only met that one time that they helped me. God sent them my way, and I never seen them again. So it's random how it works and how God's plan is. You have to have faith, and a lot of people gonna come your way that's gonna help. They're gonna help you, but for that to happen to you, you have to be that person that helps others as well. And yeah, ask all those questions, guys. Please, we you cannot afford to pull your. Most of people, this is what they do. They pull retirement money, dump it in the business, and they expect the business to be like beautiful. Another thing that we might talk about later is the marketing. Your marketing is not the last resolution for you. Your marketing starts before you open any business. I see this sadly. A lot of restaurants, they wait until they're failing and they're sinking, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, we need to market," and then they start the marketing and they're like, "Oh, it's not working." Of course, duh, it's not gonna work because you're too late to the game. So you have the marketing is one of the most important aspect of your business. You have to do marketing, otherwise you're not gonna survive. So keep that in mind, guys. Hopefully this will help somebody. I know it's a long video, it's 17 minutes. I hope this helps somebody. And until then, I'm an open book. Ask any question. I'm gonna try to go live one of those days and we answer all the questions.